It may not be pretty, but the area is lively and cosmopolitan. The Parisian suburb of Sarcelles is home to thousands of Jews and Muslims. It was once lauded as a model of how the two religious groups could coexist in peace. But the current conflict in Gaza has changed that. Now riots dominate the streets. Pro-Palestinian Muslim youths are stirring up sentiment against Jews. Suddenly there is violence, hatred and fear in Sarcelles.
Old people and children stay inside. Women can't go out on the street alone. People are scared. There's a reign of fear. About 20 to 30% supposedly have got hold of weapons since the demonstrations, ever since the rioters came here. Not so much to destroy things, but just to beat up the Jews.
In late July, pro-Gaza protesters stormed a Jewish neighborhood. They looted stores and shouted anti-Israeli slogans. The conflagration in the Mideast has also engulfed this town on the outskirts of Paris. People in Sarcelles are shocked by the situation, and leaders in the Muslim community are trying to restore harmony.
We are absolutely shocked by what's happened, and we apologize. We apologize in the name of all Muslims.
Local imams wrote a letter to the Jewish community.
The out-of-control individuals who committed these medieval acts of violence do not belong to us. They live on the edge of society and have neither heart nor faith.
The letter is a sign of reconciliation, but the imams know that diffusing the explosive situation is not entirely in the hands of the Muslims. Anti-Semitism is on the rise in France. It's become almost socially acceptable. Even before the Gaza conflict, politicians from the far-right Front National were stirring up hostility toward Jews, says writer Marek Alter.
What I'm afraid of is that there will soon be a strategic alliance between the Front National and what are called jihadists, or Muslim extremists. If the crisis continues to worsen, and if these two groups, the old anti-Semites and the new ones, join forces, it will be extremely dangerous for Jews in France.
The left-leaning French government seems to have underestimated the explosive situation, alternately advocating toughness and de-escalation. But that has been ineffectual against anti-Semitic rioting. Most of the demonstrators came to Sarcelles from other areas of Paris. Police were unprepared. That has led to an official call for the town to have its own security zone. There is fear that the unique multicultural life of the municipality will be lost.
The biggest group immigrated to Sarcelles in the 1960s when Algeria gained independence and they had to leave. There was a great deal of building to accommodate them. As a result, there are many Jews as well as Muslims from the Maghreb living here.
Despite their common roots, the offensive in Gaza has divided the people here. The Jews are concerned about their relatives in Israel. The Muslims feel solidarity with the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip.
I'm shocked, like everybody else is. It's just too much. They're civilians. Women and children are being killed. It's not possible. I've never seen anything like it.
The Jewish community fears the next wave of attacks. The synagogue is effectively barricaded. We only get in accompanied by author Marek Alter, who delivered the letter from the Muslim clerics.
I think that they're sincere and that they share our opinions. But unfortunately, that isn't enough in the current situation. They're too few. That's the problem. Normally, there should be a big demonstration of all Muslims against extremism. But that's not happening.
Even moderate Muslims face criticism for doing too little to stop the violence in Sarcelles. But the Muslim community also sees itself as victimized.
We can't go out onto the streets alone anymore. People point the finger at us with this old cliché. They're the ones who destroyed everything here. Who did this in Sarcelles? What's this about Sarcelles? We're all born in Sarcelles.
But the mood in Sarcelles and throughout the country has changed. More and more Jews are unwilling to stay in France. A record number is expected to leave the country this year.
If things keep on like this and don't improve, lots and lots of people will move. It's the same for me.
Few here, except for extremists, want a mass exodus of Jews. Most residents want Sarcelles to be what it was, a lively, cosmopolitan community on the outskirts of Paris.